Covering Union County now, a Lake Butler correctional officer died after contracting COVID-19. 23-year-old Londell Woodbury passed away earlier this month. And today I spoke to his mom about what she calls a lack of preparedness for the virus at the facility.
The last day that he worked, he came home and he told me that he stood at the car and he said, "Ma, don't come close to me. Don't come close to me. I think I may have the COVID."
LaWanna Brown says her 23-year-old son, Londell Woodbury, died 15 days after being diagnosed with COVID-19. She says he contracted it at the Reception and Medical Center in Lake Butler. She says her son, who eventually wanted to become a detective, was told by his supervisors to downplay his early symptoms so he could continue working.
They asked him if he had been exposed to COVID, and he said yes, because he knew he had been exposed to several employees that worked there that had it, but they tried to coach him into saying no so that he could still work. So that's what he told me. But he said, "Mom, I wasn't going to lie and say I didn't, because that could still come back on me, so I'm not going to lie."
According to Department of Corrections statistics at Lake Butler's Reception and Medical Center, 131 staff members have tested positive for COVID-19 since the pandemic began, and 316 inmates have tested positive. Another 338 inmates are in medical quarantine, and 8 inmates are in medical isolation. Brown says she doesn't think her son was given the proper protective equipment to protect himself from catching COVID-19.
I've been told by several guards that they're not being given the adequate equipment. My son was going into a facility area that was a high concentration for COVID, and so I'd like for them to make sure that they got all the proper equipment.
A Department of Corrections spokesperson issued this statement today saying the department is deeply saddened to learn of the passing of Correctional Officer Londell Woodbury. The entire FTC family passes on our condolences and prayers to the family. However, the Florida Department of Corrections is not allowed to officially provide confirmation on his cause of death due to privacy laws. Now, a press secretary for the Department of Corrections says that all staff were issued and are required to wear face coverings. They have access to latex gloves, eye protection, and Tyvek suits. It also says it follows all the CDC guidelines on management of the coronavirus in correctional and detention facilities.